Hello, this is a brief video about why the breakfast is the worst meal of the day and why actually is messing a lot of people with the insulin levels, hypoglycemia, which basically is the cravings. You see, a lot of the people out there, especially ladies, they have cravings for sweet things, salt things, etc. Now, the main thing that you need to be aware is that what I'm gonna tell you now, it's completely the opposite of what you heard out there on the media, and this is backed up not just by me, but from Hippocrates Center, which is a very famous raw vegan center in Miami. I was there in 2009. I've done a 3 weeks detox program, as well as from the Russians who done over 50 years of research on breathing, fasting, and why, and they discovered that the breakfast is the worst meal of the day. Now, how is that possible? As most of you are hungry in the morning. Well, when we wake up, the body is still cleansing from the evening. So the moment you start eating, you just stop the process of cleansing. Ideally, it should be at least 2-3 hours after you wake up. Now, you will say, well, I cannot start my day if I don't eat the breakfast because I will feel dizzy, angry, tired. This is a symptom of hypoglycemia. Is because the body have been addicted in some way to the food. Now, there is a way to regulate that, but I'm just making you aware that the breakfast is not the most important meal of the day, is the worst meal of the day, and in a healthy society, we wouldn't need that. And as I've mentioned before, this is backed up from many years of research, and actually I followed myself and a lot of my students and clients. So now, the next thing I wanted to tell you is what can you do about that? Well, the main thing is when we are hungry, the body is craving for oxygen. So that is correct. If we're oxygenated properly, we will not be hungry. A lot of people, because they don't have specific oxygen exercises, they drink water. Try to drink water before you eat 1-2 glasses, and you will see it will suppress the appetite because water carries oxygen. Ideally, we want to be oxygenated. I had clients who were actually they were waking up in the evening to open the door in the fridge and go to eat food. That is correct. Now, by doing what I told them, including specific breathing exercises, that stopped. The cravings actually reduced within the first day. Within 3 days, they didn't have to get up and go to the evening, to go into the fridge. You see, if you get all the things wrong, or the majority of the basic fundamental principles wrong, then the problem becomes bigger. The moment you start correcting even 1, 2, 3, 20, 50%, the symptoms straight away they start reducing. Now, what I'm telling you is it's different because if you're gonna look out there, there's a famous author which actually I really like him, nutritionist who wrote over 20 books, and he's encouraging people to eat the 3 meals plus have snacks plus low glycemic index diet, which means eating foods which releasing the sugar slowly. So you don't eat a chocolate or a banana, it gives you a high, and then you need to eat again. So they call it low glycemic index. Plus, he tells them to take supplements in order to manage their cravings and the sugar levels. I asked him a question on a live event. I said, well, I learned to do it the other way around with no food and fasting and breathing. Why is that? And it's working. Well, I said it's different methodologies. This is how we do it. So I just want to make you aware that when we have cravings, hypoglycemia, this is this is the start of more serious problems, whether it's diabetes, endocrine system like thyroid, adrenals, also gastrointestinal problems and hormonal problems, because if you eat all the time, you don't give enough time between meals to digest your food. So the food stays in your stomach, it ferments, creates gas, bloating, and then it starts the sequence of other problems. So it is of paramount importance to manage your cravings, and yes, to leave gaps between meals, avoid the breakfast, which is detrimental to your health. And this and many more things I'm gonna be covering next week on the breathing retraining, which there is a link below. You can visit to have a look what other people experienced in the past. And also there is a button where you can just request a 15 minutes chat. I can only take 2 more people because these groups, there's 10 people maximum, and they need a lot of my personal attention, and we need to make sure you're in the right frame of mind to attend that, as well as to ensure that you know what you can expect results wise. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tomorrow I'm gonna prepare another video based on actually asthma, sinuses, especially sinuses, because now it is the hay fever period, and a lot of people are running to get remedies rather than deal with the actual root cause of the problem. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you soon.